everybody. We are delighted to bring you an exclusive interview today with Dr. Christian Patermann, who's advisory board member for the World BioEconomy Forum, which will be held in Belém, Brazil, from the 18th to the 20th of October. Dr. Patermann has spent all of his life working in politics. He's had posts in Washington, and most importantly, he is considered the founding father of the bioeconomy in Europe. So welcome, Christian. It's great to have you with us.
Well, it's a pleasure for me. Thanks for being with you.
Excellent. So we're going to ask you just 3 short questions, and we'd be delighted to hear your responses. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is, from a political perspective, can you give us your view on the importance of a circular bioeconomy for the future of the planet?
With pleasure. Mark, you will all remember that since the warnings of the Club of Rome, it's more than half a century. And since that time, we are all the tenants, those who lease the planet for us. We are facing a growing number of so-called planetary challenges, and I need not to enumerate them. Only very recently, we have the pandemic worldwide, and now in some parts of Central Europe, floods, which are coming in addition. But mankind is not without any, let me say, help. Mankind has a toolbox of responses which are intelligent. And the overall wording is sustainability. Sustainability, but it must be categorically practiced with the bioeconomy in its center. The bioeconomy with 2 aspects. The principles of biology, like renewability or circularity, and then a much stronger use of the so-called biological resources, plants, animals, microorganisms like enzymes, proteins, bacteria, etc. In a nutshell, the bioeconomy is an enabling, relevant factor for the implementation of the sustainability. And it will be one of the most important challenges for policy policymakers, politicians, that they are understanding this complexity and that they are prepared within their constituencies to implement the sustainability in a circular and bio-based way. And that's not easy, because it is a business model which is very, very difficult to understand and much more complex than many other models in economy, if you want to enable a true transition to a less fossil and a close zero waste, circular and healthy world society. These are all great ideas. They're very ambitious, and they need to be realized, and they need to be implemented within the larger context of the sustainable future. And here I see the really relevant importance of the bioeconomy for the future.
Thanks for the great comprehensive answer there. Thank you very much. So when it comes to overall strategies in regard to the bioeconomy and the subjects of people, planet and policies, how far have we come, and what further work is there to do now?
Well, we need implementation of strategies to have the framework of the bioeconomy set in the policy world, in the economic world, in the societal world. We need to have action plans that they are being implemented. And here I want to refer you to a still very growing number of countries, states and regions all over the world who are owning and developing their own strategies, action plans, roadmaps, etc. And in particular, Latin America lately has been extremely active. We are delighted about that. It's Costa Rica, Uruguay, it's Colombia, and now Brazil also starts in quite a few regional areas to be very active. But watch out, paper is patient, we say in Germany. And therefore, any strategy must be accompanied by an accountable action plan so that you can measure and monitor what's being done. You know, the most brilliant idea is not helpful. If it's not implemented, it cannot be followed. And I need to draw attention to another point. We need concrete cases. We need concrete cases to show that bio-based products and processes have at least the same or a better performance than non-bio-based products and processes. And that is the more important as we are facing a growing competition among different systems who claim to be good for the world, to be good for our planet. And therefore, the big challenge is that this competition is truly performed in partnership, not only with the political people, but with economic ones, the business people, academy people, academia, research and development people, and also societal. And here, I think we still have a lot to do, and I'm very happy that I have a chance to contribute to that. And I think that Para will strongly contribute to the further development that, in particular in this area of the world.
Excellent, thank you. You mentioned Para, and as we all know, we're going to be going down to the World BioEconomy Forum, which will be held in Belém, of course, capital of the Para state. What do you think you're going to be getting out of that conference? You're going to be moderating the first panel there. What is going to be the focus, and what do you feel we're going to get out of it?
Well, Mark, it's not the first time that we have such a panel. We even have a kind of, if I may say so, tradition, you know, that we are presenting already for the fourth year in a very informal way, the most recent strategies and action plans of bioeconomy all over the world. And so this tradition has developed in a way that we have certain expectations from the audience. The audience expects to learn about the experiences which were faced and can be reported, how to arrive successful at the establishment of such a strategy and how to implement them. And that is at least as important, what about the dynamism of the content? For example, 3-4 years ago, we were not talking very much about digitalization or health or biodiversity in the center of the bioeconomy. Then just to name these examples. So we have these two expectations, which are, let me see, a kind of standard in the presentation of this panel and in the discussion and in what the spectators will get out of that. But this time, I expect still 2 additional features, if I may say so. And the first one is that we will get more knowledge, we get more acquainted with the Latin American region of the world, with the Brazilian continent, as Kissinger once said, which is not that known in every part of the world. And the second feature, which I expect from this meeting and also from Para as such, is that the role of the tropical forests they play within the bioeconomy will not only be made more public, more known, but also, let me see, will be made more relevant for what is its papel, as the Spanish say, within the bioeconomy. And that's not only in Brazil, but also in Central Africa, also in Indonesia. And these 2 additional features, I'm very curious to know what are the novelties which they will tell us. And I'm also very curious to know about the novelties in our next year gathering, because the dynamism of the bioeconomy is tremendous.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for the great interview, and thank you very much for your time.